evening, everybody. Welcome to Meyer Studio. I'm Jason Meyer, and Cindy Meyer here is my co-pilot.
Hello.
So tonight on Sketch Club, we're doing a little bit different. This is a little bit different week for us as we transition into our 3-month painting course. So what we're going to be doing tonight is working on the second part of this compositional study. We'll stick to our 30-minute format. For those of you in class, I touched this up just before the show, but I've got this with no audio in 30 minutes, start to finish, in the school, ready for you to see. Okay, so tonight what we're going to do is we're going to continue our lesson and our start from this morning. Okay, we took our time and we explained why we put what we put where. We've got the moon, we've got our shrubbery, we talked about near to far, we've got our white water where the beach is meeting the land, and then we've got a little city town activity happening on the beach over there. Okay, so we have a sort of triangle happening right here. Okay, so this is what we're going to execute. All of that is land, and it'll be darker than the sky. Okay, so we'll probably start by doing a little bit of that, and then it's just a matter of caressing it a bit. So I'll probably do a little less talking tonight than I did this morning, and much more painting. I guess you guys probably want to reference. Oh, there we go. So let's get our timer on and let's get going.
Look at you go.
All right. So this is our main light source.
Bo is chasing his tail.
Noisily.
He says if I can't sketch, I will get a tail.
All right, let's see. It's going to be coming against. All right, so getting everything in place. This means the ocean's going to be somewhere here. Remember, we want to keep that a good deal under. And it's going to be a little bit lighter in the background, so a little softer touch here. Then as we come forward, we'll use a little bit more pressure, get a bit of a darker value going. So some of you guys that have been following us, we've been saying for a while we're going to be going inside school. That's going to be happening next month. So so make sure you stay checked out. We'll continue to have some programs here and there for Facebook and post different things. But most of our live things and definitely the lessons in our clubs are going to be going inside our school and joining up with our program. So if we've caught your attention, if you think you might be interested in painting, sketching, even if you've never done it before, that's all right. You gotta just start. You start. Okay, so we've got our big dark against our big light. let's talk about and think about the dark shrubbery here, right? Setting our foreground. And maybe even before we start talk about the shrubbery, we can just make the ground darker up here, and then that dark shrubbery could set on top of that. So with my horizontal, and I can make this side a little heavier, a little more forward, have a little more weight, simply by more pressure and just getting a darker value. And then as I come from this side over, if I release that value a little bit, we'll get the feeling of movement and we'll be moved across this. And although I'm doing a little bit of change here, this still needs to hold together as a single piece.
Good evening, Susan and Tom.
Tom and Susan. All right, so we're setting up a dark foreground. I'm just gonna let some of this charcoal go in the trash. So sometimes as you're doing that, you'll get that charcoal powder built up. Not a big deal. If you want, you can put it in a little container and keep it and then use that. It's a good product to use. So then with our smudge, I'm going to start back here and use my most pressure here because that's going to wipe the hardest and take off the most. And then as I move forward, just as I put more pressure here and less as I moved, I'm doing almost the opposite, putting more pressure back here and less as I move forward. I know I'm being a bit fussy tonight, huh? A bit fussy.
Keeping it clean. Hi, Karen.
Karen Hale, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so second part of our compositional study. Since we have this so strong, I'm going to have another movement of the foliage coming across like that. So be it. And then let's continue this. Maybe down to this wave. Maybe we'll isolate that wave a little bit between the dark here, the foliage. All right. Now we're causing some trouble. Now we're causing some trouble.
Looks cool.
You look cool.
Thanks, honey.
Thank you. All right, 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Give me a good gesture. Give me a good gesture. Feel that thing tipping over. tipping over. And to support that as we go down there, we've got to get bigger, stronger, heftier.
Like an anchor.
Yes, ma'am, like an anchor. That base has got to be strong enough to hold all this stuff. Next to the ocean, there's some breezes happening there. All right. So this is a big part of this composition. So it's okay if we spend a little more time here. Right? You got to know which pieces you need to slow down for. And that takes a little time and experience. But we can't slow down for everything, or else it would take us 75,000 years to finish a drawing. And that just seems a little excessive to me. I don't know. If that's your thing, you go for it. But it seems a little excessive to me, 75,000 years per drawing.
Relic.
It's going to have to be an expensive drawing. Woof! Okay. So we've got that laid in here. Now also what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that die off just a little bit here. And the front of this water, I'm going to make just a little bit darker and heavier. One, to bring it forward, and two, to highlight the white. Not the white, I should say the white water, right? The white water that's been crashed against the shore and kind of spilling back out now. And this is going to go from big to small as we go down here. And also I'm going to go from darker to lighter as I do this. And then water's not completely even, is it? It's got some of those dark and light spots. So hey, you got to be respectful of nature, man. You got to be respectful of nature.
Especially the ocean.
Again, just a softer touch, a little softer touch there. Notice how I'm going all the way across. All the way across. This is going to be some gray here. And this will be the other side of that white water, the waves crashing on the beach there. So again, just a little bit darker to kind of accentuate. Bring out. Say, hey, look at me.
Moon looks so far back. It's crazy.
A strong breeze blew it back there. Okay, so let's calm this water down. So sometimes as you're working at this, especially as your shapes and things get a little bit more sophisticated, it requires some back and forth. Meaning, you see how this is getting pretty close to this? We're going to have to do a little push and pull there. But that is what this is all about, is to think about that push and pull and strengthen your vision of how it's happening. or how you're going to make it happen, we should say. You got to make it happen. All right, good sketches don't fall in your lap. You got to create them. So the question is, what does it take to get a good sketch, a good composition? Are you asking the right questions? Are you solving the right problems? Okay, so we're going further back there, further back there. Oof, further. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, then let's spill into the sky a little bit. We're going to have mountains here, hills. And we're going to spill a little bit of this into the sky. Compress that light so that moon looks lit, like it's lighting up, that it's the light source that it is. Well, we all know that it's just reflected light from the sun, but at night that reflected light strong enough to act like a light source for us, especially on a clear night with a full moon. So this will help give that sense of light to all of it. And we talk about how the soft edges are the hard part. Right? The things you don't see are actually what's more difficult. So sometimes it's a lot of being very clear and then kind of mucking it up a little bit. And then bringing some clarity back. And then let's just not be quite so hard-nosed with everything. And with a little back and forth of dance of that, you can create some really, really beautiful things. All right, gotta get rid of some charcoal dust again. All right, so if I spend enough time on that tree, come on, we're just getting started, guys. Right? Not once, but 3 times. Not 3, but 7. Not 7, but 15. But this time we're not going to evenly go over this. This time we need to start accentuating a few things, like negative shapes. We'll give a good negative shape over here to hold us over there. And rather than clearing up this shape out here, what if we cleaned up a shape in here that pointed that direction? So you see how as I work more on the interior, clarifying the interior, I can keep the outer edges softer and still have the clarity that I'm looking for.
Pretty sneaky.
Well, you know me. I always got caught though because of my fancy pants. Fancy pants always gave it away. Yeah, it's just some clarity
Mhm.
and vagueness. Some clarity and vagueness. And again, it's it's not playing against us, but it's playing with us. Thanks for noticing.
You're welcome. I think it's the coolest part about watching you sketch.
What's
or
that?
watching everybody sketch is all of a sudden, especially yours, with you go through the process and then it's like all of a sudden things just pop out on the page and things get pushed. Like the near to far definitely happens. I'm watching where my eye is going and how you're getting it through the page up to around to where the little town is going to be and then to the moon. I'm in awe every time.
Not every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sometimes you're texting with your friends.
Not necessarily. I was texting with Susan if she was coming.
I'm just teasing. I'm surrounded by texters. And it's a good thing too, because that's a skill I don't quite have. Or work for. I actively work to avoid it.
Well, it's people.
I'm just a quiet person, that's all.
You are a quiet person.
I'm a quiet person, I need my quiet time.
You're at 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Come on, I got too much to do. Give me some more time.
Sorry.
Alright.
Karen, we can chat.
Alright, we got 10 minutes, so what are we going to do to pull this thing together? It's a little spotty here. How could we take care of that? Well, what if we connected these two by sending that dark through there?
Yeah.
That be okay with you, son?
Yes.
All right.
Just push that one forward.
Then why don't we connect these like that. Everybody cool with that? I hope so, because I'm going to do it anyway.
You can give him the thumbs up on the video.
I'm going to do it anyway. But it will be, well, it is,
Yeah.
for all of our viewing pleasure. That's the point of these things, is to be something beautiful and pleasurable to literally look at.
Totally.
So, sounds funny, but I'm serious, man. I'm serious.
Well, it's very peaceful.
What do we got? Well, wait till I put the pirate ship in.
Oh, come on.
What? Oof, you just never know. The fog and the pirates sailing in. Arr.
That'd actually be kind of cool. I know you want that.
I figured you would like that.
I like the pirates.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I have my own Captain Jack Sparrow.
Arg. Wasn't that what he said?
Kill out, kind of.
Not quite.
In between the rum.
Good thing I can draw, kind of. Ooh, the rum. I get a stomachache just thinking about
I
that.
do too. That I could not be a pirate for that reason.
I think the scurvy would get me. Okie dokie, we're making some progress. What are we gonna do with these hills over here? All this town, we're gonna let the valley kind of head down towards that light. Come back up here. something as like that. All right, we talking enough? Are we observing silence? I'm good with observing silence, but I don't know if that's quite the showstopper. All right, how's our time, baby girl?
You're at 5 minutes.
5 minutes. All right, let's see if we can't do something in 5 minutes. Bring this thing together. All right, pull this thing together. You got 5 minutes. Pull it together, man. You got to pull yourself together.
See? You popped those other hills.
Did I do that?
Yes, you did.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do that.
Hi, Mom.
Hey. Tried to talk Izzy into coming, but I think volleyball won today. Sometimes she wins, but sometimes volleyball wins. I think volleyball may have won today.
I think so too. She was tired. That's a good thing.
Somebody's being a little heavy-handed. Oops, there are only 2 of us here. Is that me or you? This is awkward. I'm used to talking to myself, but now there's... Oof.
Now there's another person.
I need social skills. Help! All right. Under 3 minutes. Come on, guys. I need more time. Please. Am I missing something?
No,
You're just giggling?
I'm just giggling because I liked your please. That was a note I haven't heard you hit in a while.
Come on. Yeah, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. I know, I promised I would not sing on air.
Yeah.
Have to keep my word. Ooh, getting down, getting down, getting
2
down.
minutes.
Oh, ooh, the pressure. I can't take it. I can't, it's too much.
Is that your white chalk?
It's too much. This is white chalk.
Yeah.
That's not a euphemism for anything. It's literally white chalk. No big ideas out there.
No, for real. I just.
I know. I wasn't talking to you about you.
Be alright.
I need more time. Give me more time. Can I get an extension? I promise to do better next time. Oof, you're brutal, son. You're brutal.
Sorry, minute.
Oh my God.
Hey, Randy. Better late than never. That's okay. Always nice to see you pop in.
Told you they'd be back, Randy. I told you they'd be back. As soon as I got my act together.
You have to come back and join us tomorrow night, Randy.
17 seconds. All right, what do I need to
17
do?
seconds.
Anything? Am I done? Here we go. Here we go. Just relax over here, man. Relax.
And that is it, sir.
That's it? Oh, come on. I wasn't going that fast. It was downhill. Momentum carried me. Okay. So that'll be the second part of the compositional study for the moon over Avila. All right. So hopefully, again, the one from tonight and there's one from this morning that it's a lesson. They'll have to be broken into 4 parts in the school because of the space limitations, but it's still just 2 30-minute drawings.
Yes.
All right, so tomorrow morning on Morning Jumpstart, we'll start the still life. Part 1 of the composition, and part 2 will be tomorrow night. Then make sure to get your drawings and sketches in for Friday feedback Friday morning. All right, did I miss anything, sweetheart?
Nope, that was it. The link, if you have not checked out our YouTube channel, is in the chat. It's definitely worth it. We've got some great stuff going on. Come join us tomorrow morning, and then, like you said, we'll be back here tomorrow night.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye-bye.